Gentlemen, let's begin with a question that's deeply private, yet incredibly important for your quality of life. I'm going to ask you to answer honestly, just to yourself, no judgment, here in this confidential space. When was the last time that simple act of self-pleasure, the one thing we've all done since we were teenagers, felt truly effortless, electric, and intensely satisfying? When did it last feel like the earth moved, instead of just a quiet, required release? For many men, that feeling, that pure, vibrant connection between brain, body, and sensation seems to have faded somewhere around age 40 or 50. You might be nodding your head right now. You still get the job done, but the experience is duller. The firmness you remember is softer, the sensitivity is muted, and the actual rush of the climax feels more like a gentle wave than a powerful surge. It's flat, mechanical, predictable. And what do we do when this happens? We chalk it up to age. We say, well, I'm 55 now, that's just how it goes. Or maybe we start looking for a pill or a gimmick, a quick external fix for a problem that feels internal and deeply personal. But what if I told you that this loss of vitality, this dulling of sensation, and this reduction in power is not inevitable? What if I told you that the key to reviving the passion, the fullness, and the intensity you remember from your 20s isn't found in a laboratory, but right there in your kitchen? The truth is, your body, especially your intimate health, is like a high-performance engine, and right now, you might be fueling it with low-grade, sludge-filled gas. But with the right high-octane fuel, you can clean the lines, tune the engine, and absolutely restore that feeling of effortless, powerful performance. In today's deep dive conversation, I'm going to reveal one specific food you should be eating right before masturbation or intimacy that can dramatically enhance blood flow and sensation. And then, I'll share a complete menu of 4 other powerhouse foods that work synergistically to restore your hormones, nerves, and pleasure chemistry. Stay with me until the very end, because the last food I share is one you've likely enjoyed for years, but never understood its incredible power to sharpen your brain's pleasure signals, making the climax itself feel richer and more intense than you thought possible. But first, let's make a commitment to your health. If you are ready to stop guessing and start fueling your body with the tools it needs to thrive, please do me and yourself a favor. Hit that like button now. And tell me in the comments a quick, honest word. What is the biggest health myth you've believed about aging? Your engagement helps us reach more men who deserve to feel vital. Now, let's get into the core issue. Let's dismantle the biggest myth that holds men hostage, the myth that age causes the decline. Age is merely the passage of time. What actually causes the decline is the cumulative effect of metabolic damage that happens over those years. And the food we eat is the primary catalyst for that damage, or, conversely, the most potent source of its repair. Think about what a strong, satisfying erection actually is from a purely biological standpoint. It's not magic. It's a beautifully orchestrated symphony involving 3 crucial systems, and food affects all 3. The plumbing vascular system. An erection is 90% hydraulics. Blood must rush in quickly, fill the penile chambers, the corpora cavernosa, and then stay trapped there under pressure. If your arteries are stiff, clogged with plaque atherosclerosis, or your blood vessels are simply too tight, the blood flow is sluggish. It's like trying to fill a balloon using a garden hose that's been choked off with knots. A soft erection is a plumbing problem. The wiring nervous system. Your brain and spinal cord have to send crisp, clear signals to the penis to tell those blood vessels to open up wide. If your nerves are damaged by high blood sugar, diabetes, inflammation, or lack of proper nutrients, those signals get weak and fuzzy. This is why you feel a dulling of sensation. Reduced sensation is an electrical problem. The engine, hormonal, and chemical system. For desire and the intensity of the experience, you need strong, balanced levels of testosterone for drive and a clean release of nitric oxide NO and dopamine for pleasure. Poor diet suffocates testosterone production and consumes NO, leaving the experience feeling flat. A weak climax is a chemical problem. The foods we're about to discuss don't work like a pill that bypasses the problem. They work by providing the raw materials, the nitrates, the zinc, the omega-3s that your body uses to repair the plumbing, strengthen the wiring, and recharge the engine naturally. This is why some men in their late 60s who prioritize their nutrition feel more robust, more energized, and more responsive than men half their age. Their arteries are clean, their nerves are sharp, and their hormones are supported. When you choose the right fuel, your body rewards you with the effortless, powerful vitality you thought you left behind decades ago. Hello again. I'm Dr. Nerita, and I've dedicated the last 12 years of my life as a urologist, helping men over 50 protect, repair, and reclaim their intimate health. In my clinic, I've seen countless men who felt ashamed, defeated, and resigned to this loss of vitality. And in nearly every case, the solution started not with a dramatic surgery or an expensive treatment, but with a humble, non-judgmental conversation about their daily habits and their dinner plate. My philosophy is simple. Listen to the body first. Your intimate function is a window into your cardiovascular health. A soft erection isn't just a sexual problem. It's your body giving you an early warning about heart health. By improving the fuel, we support the whole system, not just the symptom. My goal today is to empower you with simple, accessible, and scientifically proven food choices. I want to shift your perspective from feeling like a victim of age to feeling like the master of your fuel. Are you ready to stock your private performance pantry? Let's dive into the 6 most powerful foods that can make masturbation and intimacy feel like the electric, vibrant experience you remember from your 20s. Power Food 1 beats the nitrate power surge. You might use a nitrate tablet for a headache, but what if the most powerful natural nitrate booster comes in a surprisingly simple purple root vegetable that can flood your penile arteries with blood on demand? Biologically, the nitric oxide conversion. Beets are the undisputed champions of natural circulation boosting. They are exceptionally rich in dietary nitrates. When you consume nitrates, your body converts them into nitrites, and then finally into nitric oxide, NO. The vascular signal, nitric oxide is the single most critical molecule for achieving and maintaining an erection. It is a powerful vasodilator, a chemical messenger that signals the smooth muscle lining of your arteries to relax, open wide, and allow a massive surge of blood to rush into the penis. This process, essential for firmness, is what pills like Viagra assist with. Beets provide your body with the raw material to make its own natural NO. The stamina factor, N. O also improves oxygen efficiency across all muscle groups. This is why Olympic athletes drink beet juice before a race. For intimate health, this means your body requires less effort and tires less quickly, contributing to better erectile fatigue resistance, that ability to stay firm even during sustained activity. Emotionally, the feeling of effortlessness. The emotional benefit of beets is the return of effortlessness. When your natural NO levels are high, your body responds quicker, firmer, and more reliably. This eliminates the performance anxiety loop, where you worry if you'll get or stay firm, which only makes the problem worse. When you feel your body responding powerfully and easily, confidence soars. Practically, the consistent habit. The daily dose. Consistency is key. You can't eat a beet once and expect a miracle. Aim for 1 serving daily, preferably 2-3 hours before the desired effect. The accessibility. Beets are versatile. You can drink a small shot of beetroot juice, the most potent form, roast them into salads, or stir a teaspoon of beet powder into your morning smoothie. The taste can be earthy, so mixing it with apple or carrot juice is a great trick. Power Food 2, dark chocolate, the dopamine and flow fix. Can a piece of luxurious, deep, dark chocolate actually increase your pleasure chemicals and make the climax feel more intense, turning a simple treat into a tool for euphoria? Biologically, flavonoids and neurochemistry. This is the treat that works on 2 levels: the plumbing, circulation, and the wiring, brain chemistry. The circulation smoother, real dark chocolate, 70% cocoa content or higher, is loaded with powerful antioxidants called flavonoids. These compounds are scientifically proven to help reduce inflammation in the blood vessel walls and enhance the production of nitric oxide. They keep your arteries supple, flexible, and responsive, like regularly oiling your engine. The pleasure booster. Cocoa contains natural compounds that stimulate the release of dopamine and phenylethylamine, PEA, in the brain. Dopamine is the neurotransmitter responsible for motivation, reward, and pleasure. When it surges, the feeling of arousal is sharper, and the actual experience of climax is dramatically enhanced. It feels fuller, richer, and more satisfying, like a total mind-body reward. rather than a quick, functional release. Emotionally, the antidote to stress. The emotional reward is the return of richness and enjoyment. Dark chocolate has also been shown to subtly lower cortisol levels, the stress hormone. Stress is a massive constrictor of blood flow. By tasting a small square and allowing your brain to release pleasure chemicals and relax, you create the optimal, stress-free state for sexual function. It turns self-pleasure from a purely mechanical act into a multisensory reward. Practically, the quality rule. The golden rule. You must select at least 70% cocoa content, ideally 80% or higher. Milk chocolate and processed candy bars are loaded with sugar, which works against your arteries and hormones. The optimal timing. A small square, 1 to 2 ounces, taken about an hour before intimacy or self-pleasure, allows the flavonoids and neuroactive compounds time to enter your system and optimize the experience. Savored slowly, it becomes an intentional pleasure trigger. Power Food 3, Oysters and Zinc Alternatives, the hormonal engine tune-up. If testosterone is the engine of your drive and power, what is the single most important mineral required to keep that engine running at peak efficiency, preventing the hormonal slump that kills desire? Biologically, testosterone and semen quality. Zinc is the undisputed mineral king of male health. Oysters are the most zinc-dense food on the planet, but the principle applies to any rich source of zinc. The T-Factory manager, zinc is absolutely critical for the body's testosterone production pathway. Zinc deficiency, which is extremely common in men over 50 due to dietary habits and nutrient absorption issues, is directly linked to a drop in both total and free testosterone. Low T means low desire, reduced energy, and a significant weakening of erectile function over time. The quality of climax. Zinc is also vital for prostate health and is a key component in semen. Correcting a zinc deficiency often leads to a noticeable increase in ejaculate volume and velocity, which directly contributes to a fuller, more satisfying, and powerful physical release. Emotionally, the return of desire. The emotional core of zinc replenishment is the return of spark and desire. When testosterone levels are supported, the primal drive, the mental energy, and the motivation to seek intimacy return. You move from feeling obligated to feeling genuinely inspired. This hormonal confidence bleeds into every area of your life, making you feel more masculine, motivated, and energized. Practically, the accessible boost. Beyond the oyster. If oysters aren't your preference or accessible, you have alternatives. Pumpkin seeds, an incredibly dense source of zinc and magnesium, grass-fed beef, chickpeas, and cashews. The daily commitment. A daily handful of pumpkin seeds, about 1/4 cup, or 1 serving of zinc-rich animal protein, is a simple, non-negotiable step for long-term hormonal support. It is a foundational vitamin for a strong male constitution. Power Food 4, Watermelon, nature's vascular relaxer. Can a common summer fruit, one you've enjoyed since childhood, contain a powerful, hidden amino acid so effective at boosting blood flow that some researchers call it nature's Viagra? Biologically, the citrulline loop. Watermelon, especially the rind, is packed with an amino acid called citrulline. This is where the magic happens. The arginine pathway. Once consumed, citrulline is converted by the kidneys into another amino acid, L-arginine. L-arginine is the direct precursor to, you guessed it, nitric oxide, NO. This essentially means that watermelon gives your body a slow release, sustained source of the core chemical needed to keep your arteries relaxed and open. The fatigue fighter. Citrulline is particularly effective at reducing erectile fatigue, that frustrating feeling where you achieve firmness but can't sustain it for as long as you'd like. By consistently improving the baseline elasticity and readiness of your blood vessels, watermelon helps ensure that blood flow is quick to arrive and slow to dissipate. Emotionally, the confidence of duration. The emotional relief provided by this simple food is the restoration of staying power. Knowing that your body has the circulatory support to sustain firmness for the duration of the act, whether alone or with a partner, is a huge relief. It replaces anxiety about losing it with the quiet confidence of physical endurance. It allows you to relax into the pleasure without the mental stopwatch running. Practically, the timing trick. The pre-game fuel. Due to its gentle, sustained action, a large slice of watermelon or a glass of pure, Blended watermelon juice taken about 2 to 4 hours before you anticipate intimacy can provide an optimal and sustained boost to N-O levels when you need them. Rind power. Don't discard the rind. It contains the highest concentration of citrulline. Blend a little of the pale green rind with the red flesh for a truly potent smoothie. Power Food 5. Walnuts and omega-3s, the nerve and artery flexibility. If stiff arteries and dull nerves are the enemies of sensation and firmness, what is the healthy fat that acts like a biological oil to make both your plumbing and your wiring flexible and responsive again? Biologically, the vascular lubricant. Walnuts are exceptional sources of omega-3 fatty acids, specifically alpha-linolenic acid, ALA, and are also rich in vitamin E and antioxidants. The anti-inflammation effect. Chronic inflammation stiffens blood vessel walls, endothelial dysfunction, and creates plaque, hardening your arteries. Omega-3s are powerful anti-inflammatories that essentially act as a biological lubricant, improving the elasticity and fluidity of your arterial walls. Supple arteries are the foundation of massive blood flow. The nerve sheath repair. Your nerves, the wiring that carries the sensation, are protected by a fatty sheath called myelin. Omega-3s are vital building blocks for healthy cell membranes, including those that make up nerve tissue. Consuming healthy fats helps repair and maintain these sheaths, ensuring that the signals from your brain to your penis are crisp, clear, and sensitive, bringing back the responsiveness you miss. Emotionally sharpened sensation. The emotional payoff is the return of sharper sensation. That dull, rubbery feeling that creeps in with age, that kind of numbness, is often an issue of nerve health and poor localized blood flow. By repairing the wiring, the physical act becomes more alive again. You reconnect with your body in a powerful, sensory way, elevating the simple act of self-pleasure from a routine to a genuine, full-body experience. Practically the daily handful. The brain and body snack. Keep a bag of walnuts on your desk. A small handful, about 1/4 cup, daily is enough to deliver a potent dose of omega-3s. Diversity is key. Mix it up with other omega-3 rich foods, flax seeds, chia seeds, and fatty fish like salmon or sardines. Remember, this is a daily foundation, not a once-a-month treatment. Consistent good fats are your investment in long-term nerve and artery health. Power Food 6. Pomegranate, the antioxidant and mood champion. We've covered blood flow and hormones, but what is the final, ancient food that provides maximum antioxidant protection while simultaneously lifting your mood and boosting the pleasure-reward system in your brain? Biologically, antioxidant armor and hormone support. Pomegranate is often called a superfood for good reason, offering a comprehensive protective effect that wraps up the benefits of all the other foods. The arterial shield. Pomegranate juice is absolutely packed with a diverse array of polyphenols and antioxidants, often more than red wine or green tea. These compounds are your body's shield against oxidative stress, which is what damages and stiffens the inner lining of your blood vessels. By neutralizing this damage, pomegranate helps keep your arteries clean, flexible, and fully functional for maximal blood flow. Testosterone and mood link. Research indicates that regular consumption of pomegranate can help lower cortisol, the stress hormone, and support testosterone levels. When stress drops and T levels are supported, the entire intimate system functions better, leading to improved arousal and stronger physical responses. Emotionally, the feeling of wellness. The final emotional gift is a sense of overall wellness and mental uplift. Pomegranate's anti-inflammatory and mood-boosting properties help reduce the generalized sluggishness and low mood that often accompany aging. When you feel physically well and mentally sharp, your desire is naturally higher. The climax, supported by cleaner arteries and a happier brain, becomes the satisfying, powerful reward of a body that feels cared for and functioning at its peak. Practically the ritual of daily juice. The daily ritual. The easiest way to consume pomegranate is through a daily glass of pure, unsweetened pomegranate juice. Be meticulous, avoid cocktails that are loaded with sugar. Look for 100% pure juice. Timing. Like beets, consistency is most important, but having a glass with breakfast or as an afternoon snack ensures a steady supply of antioxidants throughout the day, constantly fighting inflammation and supporting your circulation. Gentlemen, you have just seen the blueprint for renewing your intimate health from the inside out. This is not about dieting, it's about strategic fueling. Here is your simple 2-week challenge to begin restoring that feeling of being 20 again. The morning nitric oxide cocktail. Every morning, drink 1 shot of pure beet juice or beet powder mixed in water, combined with a sprinkle of pumpkin seeds for zinc. This immediately sets up your body with the day's foundation of circulation and hormonal support. The daily flexible flow. Commit to having a handful of walnuts, omega-3s, as your primary afternoon snack every single day. This keeps your arteries flexible and your nerves nourished. The pre-pleasure boost. If you anticipate an intimate moment or self-pleasure that evening, have a small slice of watermelon or 1 square of 70% plus dark chocolate 1-2 hours beforehand. This is your immediate pleasure and circulation enhancer. This plan requires no drastic changes, just small, intentional substitutions that prioritize the health of your arteries, nerves, and hormones. Your body is ready to heal. You just need to give it the right tools. I want you to understand that the goal here is not just achieving firmness, but achieving freedom. Freedom from the internal anxiety of, will it work? Freedom from the shame of feeling disconnected from your own body. Freedom from the lie that age defines your capability. Choosing these foods is an act of profound self-respect and dignity. It's a way of telling your body, I see you, I value you, and I will give you the highest quality care. When you fuel your body with intentional goodness, the benefits ripple outward. You sleep better, you have more mental clarity, your mood lifts, and your self-confidence increases. This renewed sense of vitality, comfort, and control, the sense of mastery over your own health, is the most potent aphrodisiac of all. You deserve to feel fully alive, fully connected, and powerfully capable in all aspects of your life. Gentlemen, your best days are not a memory. They are a future possibility waiting for you to choose the right fuel today. Your body is still capable of responding, still capable of high-performance pleasure, and still capable of robust vitality. You just have to make the choice to stop believing the lie of finality and start supplying the necessary ingredients for repair. If you found the information in this video helpful, if you're ready to trade guesswork for strategic action, please do 2 things for me right now. Hit that subscribe button to join our community. Here, we talk about men's health after 50 with science, empathy, and deep respect for your journey. Share this video with one man you know who has mentioned feeling sluggish or dull. Give him the gift of this knowledge. I am Dr. Nerita, and I want you to know the path to feeling like 20 again starts on your dinner plate. Take care of yourself, fuel yourself with dignity, and I will see you in the next video.